Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome here as we prepare for qualifying for race 16 of Season 4 of the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series here today at the Monster Mile of Dover International Raceway. 20 laps of racing here for these non-chartered drivers to try and get one of the 6 available spots in later on today's main event, the AAA 400. On the front row, it's going to be teammates lined up there. That's going to be KB Racing Enterprises rookies. Daniel Voyles will get the pole position, and he'll have Michael Wayne Robinson to his outside. Robinson's looking to make his 5th start of the season. Daniel Voyles, on the other hand, he is looking to make his 3rd start of the season. And we'll see if Dover is going to be one of those tracks here this weekend where track position will matter, or will somebody mid-pack or even at the rear of the field be able to work their way up here into one of those top 6 spots. 20 laps seems like maybe a long time, but when you consider how quickly they get around Dover, a lot of people really, even though it is a mile in length, consider Dover in many respects as a short track. But enough talk. Let's get racing. Down trackside we go as the Grand Marshal's ready to give those most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
Check down the description below for the full starting lineup for today's event. These drivers coming off last week when they took to the Indianapolis road course, and they'll try and qualify for the main event at Dover later on today. I don't think pit road's going to play a factor into today's race at all. 20 laps is really kind of a sprint, and so I think more than likely all these drivers will be good on fuel to make it from here to the checkered flag. So it's basically you've got what you've got under the hood of your machine. Go out there and make it happen. So we got a driver that's got an issue already, and that is going to be RJ Bishop in the Money Lion Ford Mustang. He's coming to pit road. He was scheduled to roll from the outside of row 7. It's a tough break there for RJ Bishop. Looks like he will not be one of the transfer drivers here today. His best finish in a qualifying race was 2nd back at Michigan. He would follow it up with a 2nd place finish in the main event there at Michigan as well, but coming down pit road as the rest of the field comes off of turn 4. Flagman is ready. Daniel Voyles is going to lead us down. First pole I believe he's gotten this season for the non-charter race. And up through the gears he goes. Let's roll at Dover. Voyles edges ahead. 2nd place now under contest. Dawson Wise looks to the inside of Michael Wayne Robinson. You're going to see here, as we saw last year here at Dover when we made a little bit of a version change, you're going to see the inside and outside both work in certain portions of the racetrack. So we're going to have a lot of side-by-side racing, and their case in point. Into turn 1, Michael Wayne Robinson in what most people might think is the furthest way around the racetrack in the slower lane, was able to use the outside line to take the 2nd position from Dawson Wise, holds it, and now Z Stultz trying to round the outside of A Sampsell, and he will take 4th place from the 13. And now leaves the transfer spot under contest, Dylan Poteet and S Ozkan. Poteet's going to hold this position for the moment as they looked like they wanted to go 3 wide for 7th. Tristan Allen's going to slot into 8th behind the 70. Justin Dearborn, like he lost some momentum trying the extreme inside line off of turn 2. He's going to lose a spot to Allen, loses a spot to Evans. And now it's going to be able to hold off Arthur Xavier as Dylan Schwallenberg. Really, I don't know if he had to brake for a driver ahead of him or if he just took too much speed into the entry of turn 1, but he was way up there in that 3rd groove and dropping towards the back. Up front, we got some battling, though. Michael Wayne Robinson took a look there on his teammate for the lead, couldn't do anything. Z Stultz took a peek for 3rd, nothing doing, and now A Sampsell finds himself on the top side. Here comes Tristan Allen looking for a spot. Now it's going to be Michael Wayne Robinson to the inside into turn 3 on Daniel Voyles, and he's going to get alongside of him coming off of turn 4. Voyles going to get the better exit, though, off the final turn. And Robinson will tuck back in line. 3rd place under contest, Poteet. Inside line prevails this time through 1 and 2. He'll move up to 3rd place. Sampsell and Dawson Wise now battle for 4th, and Robinson again doggedly on that inside line trying to make it work. Got a better exit that time off of 4, did Robinson. Didn't lead that lap, but let's see what happens here in 1 and 2. I think Voyles drove it in pretty deep there. Teammates still stay alongside each other for the race lead. 3 wide further back with Rob Evans in the middle. That was Pedro Lucas on the top side, I believe. No, he was on the inside. Tristan Allen was on the inside line. They've settled it back out to side by side. And now Sampsell, woo! I don't know if Poteet knew Sampsell was to his inside. Those two might have made some contact going into turn 1, but Robinson will get the inside line to work. He's going to go to the lead for the first time today. And right now we've got a battle for 5th place between Dawson Wise and S Ozkan. They're working to see who's going to fall back into that critical 6th position, as we're nearly halfway through this qualifying race already. Lap 9 about to be completed when they come around to the start-finish line. Daniel Voyles, who led the first 7 laps of this race, now finds himself back in 4th, now under fire from S Ozkan. Z Stultz is going to be the driver now in the hot seat. He's got the 6th position, with Arthur Xavier behind him, trying to take a spot away from Dawson Wise. Tristan Allen in the 15, and last week's winner from the non-charter race at Indianapolis Road Course, that is the 65 of Rob Evans. Top 3 have pulled away, though. Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford of Robinson, Sampsell, and Poteet. Then you've got 4th place S Ozkan. He looks like he may have broken away. Z Stultz trying to pull away in 5th, and now Daniel Voyles, who started on the pole, finds himself under contest for 6th place. Northeast Motorsports entry of Arthur Xavier looking to his inside, and we got a battle for the lead. Poteet looked to the inside of Sampsell. Sampsell threw the block and in turn went to the inside of Michael Wayne Robinson, and he is going to go to the point. Adam Sampsell looking to make his 5th start of the season. Dylan Poteet out of Pigeon Racing, he's looking to make his 3rd start of the year, as he's trying to get by Michael Wayne Robinson for 2nd place. Nothing doing just yet. They'll stay alongside each other. Going to fall back here again around the 6th position, which now is held by Arthur Xavier. Did get around Daniel Voyles, and they are racing tooth and nail behind him just inside of the top 10. Dawson Wise, Tyler Gehrdes, and there's Justin Dearborn taking it to the inside 3 wide. Pedro Lucas goes down there with them. Ooh, some contact there between the 07 and the 69, but they keep it together. They're wadded up 3 wide further back. Dawson Wise kicked up into that high groove, no grip through 1 and 2, and he is continuing to free fall. Quentin Moore, N Amoedo, Joshua Osborne, and now J Schwallenberg all looking to pick the bones of that Pizza Hut Ford Mustang. Gonna be 5 laps to go next time around, and right now your top 6 have pulled away by a good margin back to 7th. If they just continue riding where they are, they're all gonna make it into the show, but they're racers. They still want to win this thing. And Dylan Poteet's all over the back bumper of Adam Sampsell. A driver that's towards the back that I noticed was the 83 of C Dollerton. Of course, we've been following our Manassas winner's attempt to make 10 starts this season. He's up to 7, but still needs 3 more, and time's starting to run out for C Dollerton. If he cannot make 3 more main event races, that win at Manassas will not count towards a playoff spot with him as a non-charter driver. Saw RJ Bishop there in the 12. He has not had the benefit of a caution after he had to make an unscheduled stop at the very beginning of this race. Gap right now from 6th back to 7th is about 7/10 of a second. Arthur Xavier hoping it stays that way. Because right now, Sampsell, Poteet, Robinson, Ozkan, Stultz, and Xavier would all be in line to make it into the main event. For S Ozkan, he would be making his 7th start of the season. Z Stultz would be making his 4th. And Arthur Xavier would be making his 4th. Arthur Xavier and Dylan Poteet, in their starts this season, both have a top 10 finish. Michael Wayne Robinson has 3 top 10s and 1 top 5. S Ozkan has 1 top 10, and Z Stultz is still looking for his first top 10 of his career as the white flag is in the air, 1 lap to go, and it looks like unless something drastic happens here, the 6 drivers you saw crossing the line there, 1st through 6th, are going to be the 6 to transfer into the main event. So now Dylan Poteet says, all right, let's do a little racing here. Took a peek to the inside of A Sampsell to try and win this thing, but not going to be able to. Michael Wayne Robinson tried a higher groove there through 3 and 4, but that did nothing, as it's going to be A Sampsell winning here in the non-charter event. Dylan Poteet, Michael Wayne Robinson, S Ozkan, Z Stultz, and Arthur Xavier will be transferring into the 60-lap main event later on today. Whoa, and nearly a wreck right there. S Ozkan and Michael Wayne Robinson making a little bit of contact, but pretty relatively calm qualifying race here. And we saw this in the main event last season when we made the swap over to this version of Dover. A lot of passing went on, but also a lot of clean passing, not a lot of wrecking, which normally Dover isn't always known for. So it'll be interesting to see what these drivers are going to be like when we put 42 of them out there for 60 laps of racing. And in that race, I do think pit road is going to play a factor. Didn't in this one. Let's take a look at the full finish results from this race. And we had a driver actually out of the race as well. I didn't even see that. Will Goss in the 20 machine out of the race with a mechanical problem. RJ Bishop, as we already documented, drawn to pit road under the pace lap. And just the drivers from 7th on down. Some of them really close there to being able to transfer. Tristan Allen. How about Daniel Voyles? Started on pole, dropped all the way outside of a transfer spot, and will not make the main event. Justin Dearborn, Taylor Gehrdes outside of the top 6 as well, finishing in the top 10. Chris Dollerton, 24th in this one, so he still needs to make 3 more main event starts for his Manassas win, a charter win, to count towards a playoff position. But it'll be Sampsell, Poteet, Robinson, Ozkan, Stultz, and Xavier. They're going to be bringing up the rear of the field for the main event race later on today. 60 laps of racing at the Monster Mayo. You're not going to want to miss it. Hope you guys tune in for that one. Hope you guys enjoyed this qualifying race. If you did, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, become part of the crew today, and we'll see you guys later on today for the AAA 400 here at Dover. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.